What's up? My name is Poseidon, also known as DJ Fluid, and welcome to my home studio. Now, welcome to my studio. Virgin Shut Studios is what I call it. These are my event monitors. These are dope. Frequency response is real flat. I get the sound that I'm looking for. Not real expensive, but I get what I need out of them. I also got a iPad running remote. Logic Pro X is what I'm currently, my DAW is what I'm currently using right now. And this is hot because I get to walk around the whole house with this, and I can do some mixes and hear how it sounds from different points of the room and stuff like that. Or when I'm laying on the couch, I can do my thing without being up on top of the computer. Alright, we're gonna move on to my keyboard. Currently I'm using PK6 Proteus keys, excuse me. Emu makes it. It's a vintage keyboard. They don't even make this no more. But the sounds in here is dope, and what I like about it is I can put like 4 more cards in here. You know, and the cards hold I think like 128 more sounds. I got 2 installed in there already, and they classic Emu sounds, but I get to manipulate them a lot. I'm also using it as a MIDI controller, so I ain't have to buy another MIDI keyboard or whatever to control the sounds that's coming out of the computer. Here, as we move on down, here I got a Chord Nano Control 2 control surface. This is dope because I get to use this to control, as you can see on here, I get to control it remotely, and I can get a hands-on feeling, real hands-on feeling on like an analog style, you know, rather than using the keypad, the mouse pad, excuse me, or the keyboard. I get to, you know, use it like this, and that's pretty dope. I got a Mac Mini, which I'm running, like I said before, Logic Pro X. I'm running Reason, and I'm running Pro Tools on there, and those are the main programs I'm using. Moving on down here, I got an old school VCR because I sample from anything. As you see over here, I got my kids' old VHS tapes, and I sample sounds from there. I play it through here, and I got that running through my mixer. I got a Blu-ray player, and I have a receiver. The receiver is for my Bose system that I have in my living room when I'm entertaining. I also got, as part of the studio, my daughter Janie. She's the inspiration. Say hi. Say hi. I said earlier I was running Logic Pro X and Reason and Pro Tools. I'm also running Machine. I'm doing a lot of work on Machine. It didn't replace the MPC for me, but I get to do a lot of the same stuff I do in the MPC and a little bit more. I think this is a hot little machine right here. I mean, they stepped it up. They got the Machine Studio and all of that, but I get to do everything I need to do on this. So I'm using that currently. Also got a duplicator, old school CD duplicator. Now we're gonna move over here, my little mixing section, what I like to call it. When I first started into this is what I used. Before the computer got into play, I was using a Fostex VM88 mixer and also a Fostex FD8 recorder. There's a recorder and a mixer, and they pretty much went together. They stopped making both of them, but they pretty much went together. And I was making beats out of this thing. I was recording vocals, recording drum tracks off of my drum machine. As you see here, I got a Boss Dr. Groove DR202. At the time, I was using this. I was using a sampler that went with this. I think it was called the Roland SP202 or 505, something like that. It went together. I think I sold that shit for some weed or something back in the days. But anyway, it went together with it, and I tried to put it together, like I tried to make an MPC because I couldn't afford an MPC at the time. So I created my own MPC by getting the sampler and the drum machine, and I put it together, and I would track it out and record it through here. And I also would hook up a mic and have MCs come through, and I would do everything manually. But once the computer came involved, it kind of like knocked this out. And I'm not one of them type of dudes that don't use his equipment when I get something new. Nah, I still use everything. So right now, I'm not doing no recording in this, but I'm doing everything. All my instruments is hooked up through this. So I'm using both of these as mixers. Alright. Now we move down on here. I have another mixer. I have an 8-line mixer, the Yamaha MV802. A lot of this stuff is vintage. They don't even make this shit no more. So as we move on down here, I have an Emu MP7 command station. This is a unique piece. I actually, at the time, was still trying to get an MPC and couldn't afford it. And a homeboy of mine went half and half with me on this. And the main reason why I got this is because I saw the RZA using it. And RZA's one of my favorite producers. So I said, man, if it's good enough for the RZA, it's good enough for me. And the cool thing about it has a sequencer on it. So you can actually use this by itself, make beats on this by itself. And it has like the classic Mofat Proteus sounds on here. It's actually the sister to the PK6 I have up here. They're pretty much the same unit. The only difference is it has a sequencer on it and it has pads. You know, it has some cool pads on here, which is dope. So before I got a sequencer like the MPC, I was actually making beats on that and dumping it into either my FD8 or at that time the computer got involved. So I was running a PC at the time and I was using like Cakewalk. I went from Cakewalk to Sonar to the window to Pro Tools, but that's another story. Alright, move over here. You see I got the MPC 2000 XL. This shit right here is like my little brother. It's like my best friend. I know it inside out, and I'm lightning fast on it. So it can never, for me, it can never be replaced because of the feel and the sound, and I like it no matter how old it is. It's still got to be a stable within my studio. Even though I'm using the machine a lot and the machine is a little bit more versatile, I know this well. So I would always keep it around. And I get a lot of drum sounds. I don't typically mess with like stock drums or anything like that. But I got a drum machine, a Dr. Groove DR202. Yeah, I got a DR202, and I also had the sampler to go to it. Over here is my DJ setup. My DJ setup, classic Technique 1200s. I still use turntables. I got a Rane TDM 57XL, and I'm running Scratch Live. I also do mixtape videos. I think it's a pretty cool thing. I use Mix Edit for my mixtape, my DVD mixtapes, because it's better than Serato's DJ software, mainly because you can record directly out, which is crazy. And I'll just take that and dump it into Final Cut and do my edits. I have another monitor for when I am mixing video files. I get to see it on this monitor. Also, my Mac Pro, I got the same, mostly all the same programs that I have in my Mac Mini, I got in the Mac Pro. So no matter where I go, I can still work, whether I'm doing production or I'm working on another mixtape. I can do it on the road, and I find that to be pretty cool. Over here is my records. Like I said before, I sample from anything. I sample from movies, VHS tapes, cassette tapes, and also, of course, vinyl. My favorite thing in the world. This is not even half. This is not even a third of my vinyl. The rest of my vinyl is in New York. I relocated from Harlem, New York to Florida, and this is what I was able to bring with me at the time. At a later date, I'll bring the rest of my vinyls. A lot of them I dumped into here, so I still have it, but nothing is like that vinyl. Nothing is like it. And that's my studio.